Guardiamus igitur, Jovanestum sumus. Guardiamus igitur, Jovanestum sumus. Post secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebitumus, nos habebitumus. Vivit academia, vivent professores, vivit academia, vivent professores, vivet membra quae lebit, vivet membra quae lebit, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore.
Good afternoon. Maybe you're at the wrong event because this is a celebration. Thank you. I declare this congregation of the University of the Western Cape duly constituted.
Please join us in the singing of the national anthem, which will be led by Jean-Ray Graebuels.
Così si che l'eli Africa, malupa canisu pandalwaya, izwa imitanda soyetu, così si che l'elatina, lusa polwayo, murena boluka si chapasayetu, ufedi setin toile mansweu, si poluke, si chabasa, Yesu, si chabasa, South Africa, South Africa, die blauw van ons hemel, uit die diepte van ons oor ons ewige gebergtes, waar die grense antwoord gee, sounds the call to come together as united we stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
Please be seated. We will now have a moment of silence, and as we do so, I kindly request you to think of the victims of Cyclone Idai that occurred in Mozambique. This is a request from our Chancellor to all of us. Thank you. I now call upon Kanti Gama, Treasury General of the Student Representative Council, to address you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to greet the cleaners and the securities who made this event possible, the graduates, the parents, Vice Chancellor, sons and daughters of Africa. I greet you all in the divine names of our ancestors, on whose shoulders we stand, whose blood runs through our veins, whose historical experience are encoded in our genetic memory. I greet you in the divine names of the Creator, our Maker. We in Africa call the divine Creator by many names. So I greet you in the name of Kamata Katia, Umvelinganga, Muaro, Oshum, Okun, Shango, Magano, Asura, Aset, Nyame. I invite the presence of our ancestors to be with us here, to guide us as we celebrate, think, graduate, and work towards our total liberation. I greet you in the divine name of Sobukwe, the founding president of the PAC, Zefnem Dumeng, the former president of the PAC, and the first accused of the third trial. Bandu Biko died chained, hand and feet for an idea that continues to live. Musa Mohanda, Queen of Uganda, who used African spirituality to repel against the white foreign invaders. Onkhoputsu Tiro, blown into pieces by a parcel bomb for inspiring black youth in the township to revolt against the commodification of education. Mbuya Nehanda, who fought and defied the British in Zimbabwe, declaring, "My bones shall rise again." Petrus Lumumba, humiliated, shot, chopped into pieces, burnt with acid, petrol, fire for daring to claim the Congo for Africans. Thomas Sankara and America Cabral, ravished and butchered by bullets of betrayal. Warrior Kwantu of Ethiopia, who side by side Emperor Menelik II led armies of men against the fascist Italians and crushed them during the Adwa battle. We invoke your spirits, divine ancestors. We invite your presence to be with us. I would like to clearly state my speech based on decolonizing the education system and knowledge production in Azania. I'm a member of PASMA and Fees Must Fall activist. On that note, I must say that to the Fees Must Fall activists all around the country, aluta continue. As a student, we know exactly what we're fighting for. The emergence of Fees Must Fall has brought to the fore a number of critical issues related to our current education system. One of the major calls for Fees Must Fall beyond the free fees is the call for a decolonial what we call education. First of all, let me explain what I mean by decolonization. It is the process to which all Africans must be purged of the deeply ingrained Eurocentric low self-esteem and self-hatred, as well as the process through which Africans must reclaim not only their absolute national sovereignty, but also their collective power and consciousness. Decolonization therefore means the rewriting and inscribing of African people on the pages of human civilization and history. One of the FISMA's 4 aims was to wage an epistemic revolution against the European intellectual and cultural hegemony and to destroy white supremacy in our university curriculum. We are not only interested in knowing what schools teach, but also how schools teach what they deem to be an academic knowledge. In other words, we are interested both in the content of what is taught to black students and as well as the methodologies used in teaching them. But most critically, we are interested in the ideologies that inform both what is taught in schools and how it is taught. Now I want to elaborate on why black students speak about decolonization in supposedly free and independent country. Although the political system of apartheid ended official 1994, racism, white supremacy, and the most sophisticated mechanism of colonialism continue to be the characteristic features of many public institutions in Azania. One of the most powerful social institutions characterized by racism, white supremacy is the university. An overall educational system is a curriculum from primary to tertiary. All ideas, philosophies, theories, generally all systems of learning and knowing in the education curriculum have a Eurocentric historical and cultural base. The Eurocentric bias is just a manifest in the social science, but also in the academic discipline of maths and subjects like history and philosophy of science. The field of mathematics, for example, is a racialized terrain, a domain of white institutional space controlled by predominantly white male researchers. Mathematics education as a current thought from a Eurocentric paradigm is a political project that serves the broader racist project of ensuring the idea of the African inferiority. African students are never that black Egyptian named Imhotep, who also the chief architect of the Great Pyramid in Giza, taught Greek scholars like Euclid and Pythagoras everything they knew about the basic principles of mathematical and geometry, and even algebra, so to say. It is well established that historically colonialism destroyed and changed the indigenous system of education in all occupied territories as key of containing revolt, subjugating the colonized, stabilizing European domination by controlling the minds of the colonized subjects. Moreover, the colonial regimes established new educational institutions in line with the colonial Christian ethos, which was aimed at humanizing Africans through a systematic education. The new colonial education system brought with it the racist idea that Europeans had innovated in science and contributed to human civilization in order to induce a sense of inferiority on the colonized subject. They must instituted new ways of knowing and knowledge that justified white supremacy paradigm. Consequently, contemporary scholarship continues to dismiss the African epistemology and African indigenous knowledge systems in general and being non-academic and unscientific, at least, or superstitious and backward at worst. So the systematic intellectual displacement of African epistemology and the subsequent construction of Africa as a toddler consumer of Eurocentric idea and the philosophy has become standardized. Africans remain thoroughly erased and silenced. The systematic erasure, defacing, and silencing has become normal in our institutions. Although the reference in the academia is not Egypt, it's not Africa, it is against this stark reality informed by the historical experience of the colonial conquest of African people and their own experience with the system that black students critique. The current education system and the academic curriculum taught in schools has a colonial, Eurocentric, racist, white supremacist. This kind of education socializes blacks into accepting white supremacy as the norm and ultimate reality. It is a basic of what Dr. G. Woodson called miseducation. Through this schooling system, our people are taught that Europeans, their ideas and experiences, their worldviews, social contracts are superior. They are to be the scientific and universal. In conclusion, the history of classic Africans, African origins of philosophy, science, astronomy, agriculture, architecture, engineering, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, metallurgy, physics, and writing systems. All these subjects must be taught from an African-centered paradigm worldview to instill what we call the sense of pride and connectedness to the subjected matter in the Africans. Historical material and the academic information detailing Black contributions to the modern science and technological inventions and inventions. Some of the scholars that must be taught in Africans, what you call Amos Wilson, Chancellor Williams, Ben Yonan Khan, Franz Chance Wilson, John Henry Clark, George M. James, Ivan Versamit, Dr. Tommy Martin, Ami Jacques Gavi, Eshi Gavey, Cheki Antidop, Bandu Bigo, Makas Gavi, Swaka Anton Lembed, Mule Fikete Asante, Amama Zama, Marimba Ani, Bobe Wright, Afeche Mangaliso Sobukwe. I thank you. Peace, thanks, Africans.
Are we done at the doors? Professor Alan Christoffel, member of the University Council, members of the executive management, deans of faculties, my colleagues from the academic and the professional sectors, members of the S06 present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, visitors to our beautiful campus, and of course our guests of honor today, the graduates of 2018. Good afternoon to all of you. Deputy Vice Chancellor, as I stand here today, I'm filled with a deep sense of pride at the sight of what UWC is able to produce. Graduates with quality degrees and diplomas who can step into the world with their heads held high. Graduates, I know that your achievements did not come easily or lightly. Many of you came from faraway places in South Africa and on the African continent. Many of you have left the familiarity of your homes and your families and traveled to Belleville to enroll at UWC. During your time at UWC, many of you have struggled with challenges such as poverty, hunger, public transport system, and uncertainty about your ability to complete your degree. Yet here you are. Well done and congratulations. You can tap yourself on the shoulder. big thank you to the parents, the guardians, the significant others, the loved ones in the audience today. As a university, we will never truly know the sacrifices that you have made to ensure that this day could happen. But you were there and you supported them. And UWC salutes you today for your unselfish way in which you have supported your children and charges and the way in which you have discharged your responsibilities. However, take it from a parent himself. If any of you are already thinking about taking early retirement, if any of you are already expecting that your years of sacrifice will finally pay off, you will be rudely, very rudely woken up. It never happens. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this is the 6th ceremony of 10 ceremonies which we will be holding over the next 2 weeks. During these 10 ceremonies, we will be conferring 3,500 degrees, diplomas, and certificates. These 3,500 include 60 doctoral degrees, 227 master's degrees, and 676 honors degrees. As we have slightly over 2,100 undergraduate degrees, it means that our current graduation rate for postgraduate degrees is 30% of the total number of degrees that we will be awarding. On behalf of the university, congratulations to you, and a big thank you to my colleagues who have ensured that we continuously strive to improve our graduation rates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, but even as we celebrate the achievements of this university and the achievements of our graduates, it would be amiss of me not to speak of the world that our graduates are stepping into as they leave UWC. A world that we live in and a world that our parents and our guardians here today is experiencing on a daily basis. We are living in an interesting, that's to put it mildly, and a slightly frightening crossroads in our democracy. At this very moment, we have a multitude of commissions of inquiry into corruption, into state capture, into PIC. We know that our economy is on a downward trajectory. We know that our government is struggling on many fronts, and we know that Eskom is keeping us all on a knife edge because we don't know when they're going to switch off the lights again. It's truly frightening. It's the stuff that nightmares are made of. I recently read an article by Professor Bani Pitiana, the former Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa and the current chairperson of the Human Rights Commission. I urge you to Google this article and to read it because it's one of the most saddest and most searing criticisms and indictment of our country. In the article, Mr. Pitiana writes about the disillusionment of the South Africa that once held so much promise, but now resembles the stuff of nightmares. I quote from Mr. Pitiana himself. Watching the shenanigans that reveal themselves on our TV screens in the Zondo Commission, the Public Investment Corporation inquiry, the VBS bank scandal, and the escalating troubles at Eskom, I ask myself, where do these people come from? Are they really South Africans? It is like a horror movie, but it is the story of our South Africa right now. And he questions all of us. He says, what can we do to turn this around? And you as graduates, as you make your way into the world, you might be wondering what you can do to help make democracy work, what you can do to make sure that those in power stay true to what the Constitution offers to all of us. And the first thing that you can do, which I am ambivalent about, but the first thing that you can do is to vote on the 8th of May. This is your duty, this is your responsibility. Never look upon the right to vote as something to be dismissed or something to be jaded about. Because firstly, this vote came at a very high price. But secondly, this vote is guaranteed to each and every one of us in our Constitution. And so I ask of you today, go vote and help make South Africa vote. Vote so that we can hold those accountable to deliver on the promises made in our Constitution. Mr. Pitiana also talks about the courage and the boldness that will be needed in the years ahead to rebuild our country. I'm confident that your experiences at UWC, not only in the classroom, will have given you the necessary platform to go into the world with boldness and courage and to help us turn things around. During your time at UWC, you have acquired skills that stretch far beyond those gained in the classroom. These skills will stand you in good stead as you enter the world of work and society at large. From your first year, you have learned to engage a diverse campus community. You have had to step out of your comfort zone and develop your social and communication skills. You have had to acquire the ethics of hard work and discipline. And I know that because without the ethics of hard work and discipline, you would not have been here today. Without even knowing it during your years of study, you have learned resilience, you have learned to be determined, and you have learned to be focused. Many of your classmates that started year one with you are no longer around today, often not because of any fault of their own, often because of their struggles simply did not enable them to complete their studies. But you are here today. When things got tough and you encountered problems, you did not give up. You persevered. Remember these lessons and regard them as preparation for what lies ahead in your life's journey. Always remember when you're out there fighting the good fight. Always remember that you're graduating from a university of which you can be proud. Next year, this university will be celebrating 60 years of existence. And it has been 6 decades of determined growth and development. Throughout our 6 decades of existence, everyone acknowledges that we have been consistently punched above our weight. Today we have 7 faculties. We produce more than half of the oral hygienists and the dentists in South Africa. We have astronomers and astrophysicists who work on the Square Kilometre Array, where the world's most powerful radio telescope is being built. I can confidently say that at UWC we engage in matters that makes a difference to the society of which we are part. Be it seeking answers to diseases like tuberculosis, or preparing new generations of scholars, lawyers, foundation phase teachers, scientists. But universities are more than just about research and education. Universities are also about making a positive impact and working towards a better world for all of us. And so this morning we were delighted when we were greeted with the news that UWC is ranked among the top 200 institutions in the world by the London-based Times Higher Education Impact Rankings. These rankings step beyond the traditional performance assessment of teaching and learning and research, and they specifically look at a university's contribution towards the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This ranking that was released this morning recognizes and affirms that at the University of the Western Cape, we grapple with the complex issues facing the world today. We grapple with the grand challenges of our time, issues like global climate change, poverty, inequality, and the clash of cultures. And we do this because we are committed to making the world a better place. We are committed to providing our students with an environment of learning and teaching and research excellence. We are committed to making South Africa a better place, to making the African continent a better place, and to ensure that our students understand that sustainability is not only about teaching and learning and research. We need to leave a legacy for the next generation, and unless we do, there will be no next generation. UWC and its graduates are therefore essentially the same. Like their university, our graduates show resilience, determination, and the ability to go the distance in achieving their goal. This, I'm confident, will carry graduates through the next phase of your lives. As you move out into the world, much will be demanded of you and much will be expected of you. It will be easy to lose your way in a culture that sends messages that says it is okay to take the easy way out. It is okay to behave in a selfish and an individualistic manner. Or as Barney Pitiana describes us, very sadly, as an aggressively selfish, individualistic, and greedy society where everyone only cares for themselves. You will have to guard against believing that the world works according to who has the most money. You have to guard against crass consumerism and materialism. If you do this, you will find that you have contributed to making the world a better place. And I'm confident that we can rely on you to do so. When you entered this hall today, you entered as students. When you leave this hall this afternoon, you will be leaving as graduates and proud alumni of the University of the Western Cape. Be as proud of UWC as UWC is of you. I thank you. An item of song will now be rendered by Arno Arendse.
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. Tu pure, o principessa, nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero inchiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà, no, no, sulla tua bocca lavirò quando la loscia splenderà. Ed il mio bacio scioglierà il silenzio che di famiglia. Dille guai note, tramontate stelle, tramontate stelle, all'alba vincerò, vincerò.
We get treated like that every day for the 10 days. Okay, we ready to do this? So, just a reminder that, as you know, this is being live streamed all over the world. Our alumni is watching from Dubai, from Melbourne. So if you need to do some touch-ups quickly, lipstick, hair, now is the time. By authority vested in me, I shall now admit the candidates who are presented to me and the candidates who were not able to attend the ceremony to degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the university.
Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Amir Isam Umar Ibrahim will now be introduced to you by the co-supervisor of his doctoral thesis, Professor Leslie Patrick.
Amir's thesis was entitled Nanoparticles as Advanced Treatment Modalities to Disinfect the Root Canal System. In his study, Amir Ibrahim created a novel disinfectant to kill bacteria within the root canal space using chitosan nanoparticles as the antibacterial agent mixed with zeolites as a carrier. Currently, in the dental market, there are no disinfectants available that can kill resistant bacteria like Enterococcus faecalis. Through this novel approach of using chitosan nanoparticles, there was complete eradication of Enterococcus faecalis and Staphylococcus mutans. This nanocomposite was shown to be fungostatic to Candida albicans, another persistent microorganism found routinely in reinfections following root canal treatment. There was reduction in the biofilm biomass of Candida albicans. The chitosan nanocomposite was further proved safe to be used in the human body, with biocompatibility tests showing promotion of 3T3 cell growth in culture.
One minute. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Amir Isam Umar Ibrahim.
Vice-Chancellor, the candidate James Ayuk will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Lincoln Raitt.
James' thesis is entitled Water Regime Requirements and Possible Climate Change Effects on Fynbos Biome Restianaceae. Wetland plants of the world-famous Fynbos vegetation now face new threats from climate change and groundwater extraction to meet the needs of our growing population. Mr. Ayuk intensively studied 8 wetlands at a fine scale from lowland to high mountain locations. The arrangement of Cape reeds, Restianaceae, in these wetlands is based on water availability, with depth to water table being a key factor. He was able to determine the hydrological requirements of each of his 54 species. He modeled the results of potential climate change on each of these sites and species and how it could affect the future distribution of these species, which only occur in the fynbos. With the expected temperature and hence also evapotranspiration increases, many of the species will be under severe stress. Management plans need to facilitate retention of essential wetlands.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on James Ayuk. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Kasim Badmus will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Leslie Petrick.
Kasim Badmus' thesis was called Treatment of Persistent Organic Pollutants in Wastewater with Combined Advanced Oxidation. The application of jet loop hydrodynamic cavitation as a form of advanced oxidation was evaluated. A novel green nano-zerovalent iron was synthesized for its application as Fenton's agent during the treatment of simulated pharmaceutical and textile wastewater in the jet loop hydrodynamic cavitation system. A complex textile wastewater effluent was treated using alum coagulation or Fenton oxidation, followed by treatment in the jet loop hydrodynamic cavitation system. Based on the achieved results, the jet loop hydrodynamic cavitation system, in combination with an optimum amount of hydrogen peroxide and green nano-zerovalent iron, was suitable for the treatment of persistent organic pollutants in wastewater and enhanced the biodegradability of the treated wastewater.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Kasim Badmus. Vice-Chancellor, candidate Hossein Bendu will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Alan Christoffels.
Hossein's thesis is entitled Biobab Limbs and Open Source Biobank Laboratory Information Management System for a resource-limited setting. So these biobanks are responsible for the collection of biospecimens or samples and the associated data for the purpose of both present and future research. These biobanks have to essentially track the life cycle of these samples through a laboratory until its final storage space in a freezer. These biobanks can manage in excess of 1 million samples, and because of that, they require software that can limit human mistakes. There are some commercial options out there, but they are quite expensive. And against that background, what Hossein developed through a careful scientific planning and development was to build the Biobab limbs that can track shipping, processing, storage, and retrieval of samples. This system was then evaluated against an international standard, and it was found to provide the same functionality as the commercial offerings out there globally. Since 2007, this Biobab limbs has been used in the Ivory Coast, Tunisia, Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, Mozambique, and in 3 centers in our own country, and as of last week, we've heard of Canada and the USA.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Hossein Bendu. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Louise Renee de Koerker will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Professor Gabrielle Tati.
Louis' thesis title is Fostering Collaboration Amongst Business Intelligence, Business Decision Makers, and Statisticians for the Optimal Use of Big Data in Marketing Strategies. In the emerging era of big data, the traditional role of a statistician has been questioned. There is need to rethink this role in a more collaborative and organizational way than in the past, in order for companies to reap the benefits of big data. Uncovering the complexity of the optimal use of big data for a marketing strategies perspective, Louis' study has investigated this issue by bringing together the concept of collaboration and organizational culture. Data were collected from a mixed method research design to expand the evidence on the barriers to the optimal use of big data. From the empirical observations, Louis has developed an integrated model to foster collaboration for that purpose among multiple stakeholders. The model significantly contributes to marketing strategy and corporate data-driven culture within the context of big data.
Vice-Chancellor Louise de Kooker will be invested by her husband, Mr. Edgar de Kooker, who today is the acting Deputy Registrar. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Louise Renee de Kooker. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Anne Lutgard Jumesi Yokyu will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Professor Emmanuel Iwoha.
And Lutgard Jumesi Yonke's thesis title is Dendritic Poly-3-hexylthiophene star copolymer systems for next generation bulk heterojunction organic photovoltaic cells. In its green nature and being sustainably renewable positions solar energy as the dominant source of power for the fourth industrial revolution. Accordingly, the development of next-generation low-cost silicon-free materials with high energy conversion efficiencies in solar cell has become the focus of intensive research. Anne Lutgard Jumesi Yonkeo synthesized a series of novel dendritic star copolymers that displayed the type of plastic electronic characteristics normally associated with ideal light absorbers. The polymers exhibited energy band gaps that were lower than the air oxidation energy level, thus resulting in the formation of high efficiency organic solar cells. The Institute of Macromolecular Chemistry, Academy of Sciences of the Czech Republic collaborated in the project.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Anne Lutgard Jumesi Yonkeu. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Mohamin Kasu is one of our new generation academic appointments in the Department of Biotechnology, and he will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Eugenia D'Amato.
Mohamin Kasu's thesis, validation and application of a highly discriminating 10-locus wise DNA profiling system. The human Y chromosome DNA, present in males only, is used in forensic sexual assault cases and parental ancestry studies. In this work, a male DNA profiling kit was developed to a commercial prototype. The kit unique type Y10, designed in the forensic DNA laboratory, was subjected to strict validation tests. Also, a genotyping reference alignment was constructed and extensive reference population data with high ethnic and geographic coverage of South Africa was generated. The comprehensive development supports the forensic application of this novel tool designed for Africa.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Mohamin Kasu. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Nathaniel Lati will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Gabriel Tati.
The title of Lati's thesis is Differentials in Unemployment Duration Across Households in South Africa, a two-level modeling approach. With a rate constantly high, unemployment remains a central issue to the political economy of South Africa. Nathaniel's thesis takes the discussion to the duration of unemployment, that is the length of time job seekers stay unemployed. His study is situated at two interrelated levels of analysis, namely that of the individual affected and that of the household in which the individual lives. He makes use of the labor force survey data collected by Statistics South Africa over the period 2011-2016 to provide statistical prediction on ways in which individual and household characteristics influence the duration of unemployment. Among others, the thesis shows that people staying in households of big size are likely to experience longer duration. Also, household members of women-headed household are exposed to longer duration. This study has shed new light on recent unemployment duration dynamics, especially from a household perspective.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Nathaniel Larty. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Frank Tapiwa Zindo will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Jacques Joubert.
Frank's thesis reports on the design, synthesis, and biological evaluation of polycyclic propylamine and related agents for the potential treatment of Parkinson's and/or Alzheimer's disease. Many of the newly developed compounds were able to act on neuroprotective drug targets, including, amongst others, the ability to block calcium flux, inhibit monoamine oxidases, and protect against neuronal cell damage. From this work, he was able to publish 4 papers in higher impact international journals. He also received the Academy of Pharmaceutical Sciences of South Africa award for the top national young pharmaceutical scientist. His doctoral research has therefore significantly contributed to the search for pharmaceutical agents able to treat debilitating neurodegenerative disorders.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Frank Tapiwa Zindo.
Vice-Chancellor, just for the record, there are 2 master's degrees in dentistry, and the Master of Dental Surgery is a 4-year full-time degree, while the incumbent holds a post with the provincial government, and is, upon graduating now, he can register with the Health Professions Council as a consultant specialist. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Dental Surgery on Warren Emil Faro. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science on the following candidates: Catherine Serebi, Omnia Ahmed, Amalia Isufu Mepatia, Raisa Banu Sheikh,
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Pharmacy on the following 2 candidates: Yves Chakunti, cum laude. Lavet Asobo Tenge, cum laude. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Philosophy, Population Studies on the following candidates. I need to say that our candidate Uviwe Benassi, it's her 23rd birthday today. Uviwe Benassi, cum laude. Rodwell and Shlovo, cum laude. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science, Physical Science on the following candidates. Sinamile Masango, cum laude. Tebo Ngwachene. Nandria Nina Randria Rinan Rivo. Cum laude. Farrell Wenzel. Vice Chancellor, I request you confer the degree Master of Science in Nanoscience on the following candidates. Nokobonga Kobesi. Yamkela Mbondezi. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Biotechnology on Ali El Naim El Bashir Ali, cum laude. Gillian Cedras. Kim Freeman. Darius Martin, cum laude. Michelle Mayer. Paul Mute Wuli, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Medical Bioscience on the following candidate: Ruqayya Al-Jabo, Asanele Ngazuzele, Omer Zabida, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Chemical Science on the following candidate: Nzaleseko Mashia, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Computer Science on the following candidate: Saira Banu Adams. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Bioinformatics on the following candidate: Fanechka Naomi Esterhazen, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Applied Geology It's a popular subject. On the following candidates: Uzair Adam, Funzwani Badana, Lulama Dwani, Malcolm Furey, Tawfiq Ismail, Simam Kele John John, Simam Kele Mafanya, the next candidate would like to dedicate this graduation to a late father, Analesiwe Majola. Matimba Maluleke, Pumulele Mapumulo, Please, we need to hear everyone's name. Okay. Voile Marawu. Zandile Mashabani. Siwapiwe Matanzima. Luyanda Mayakiso. Sakiwe Madlalose. Tabani Mdise. Tina Mlonyene. Mabalentle Mota. Malakiwe Makaba. Devashan Naker. Mkhlali Nzendedze. Koliso Mutele. Plumelo Ngonqa. Sipokazi Ngokwa. Sefiso Ngoko. Kunchle, ja, Keto. Keto Kunchle Nechlabia. Asanda Nobebe. Nondepiwe Ntini. Masantembe Nunu. Okushle Nyalela. Lutando Nyingwa. Non Quenquesi Ai. Timothy Siles. Lebogang Sibulela. Tobogo Sinomadi. Hilo Kushle Sabia. Vutomi Selinda. Nokolunga Sono. Kai Spath. Palesa Soaleli. Sisanda Tukwayo. The following candidate has asked to dedicate this to his grandmother, Siavuya Twetwa. Sibusiso Velem. Keenan Wilson. Bonwabile Kosa. Ongaziwe Zaki. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology on this one candidate, Taba Singh Porsa. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Biodiversity and Conservation Biology on the following candidates. Marius Zenker, summa cum laude. Rebecca Assur, cum laude. Abid Abrahams. Michaela Adams. Tristan Adams. Nasreen Arendt. Vice Chancellor, the next candidate, Michael Brown, will be invested by his father, the Dean of Arts, Professor Duncan Brown. Tony Dyers. Mishle Gaiza. Javier Grandfield. Dale Gunn. Aisha Hage. Rashika Isaacs. Sarah Jabbar. The next candidate would like to attribute this graduation to her late mother, Natalie McLean. Lenore Murray. Tulisile Nkomo. Nicole Ockers. Sifanelwe Khala. Alzoda Rousseau. Vilmarie Teron. Unati Vuiya. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science, Science Education on the following candidate, Denver Varks. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Science on the following candidates. Jaime January, summa cum laude. Altaf Kader, summa cum laude. Angie Mugene, cum laude. Siasanga Benzi. Neville Borman. Felisa Kwasi. Ashika Fakir. Hassan Haidar. Mohammed Hendricks. Yasmin Johnson. Muntasir Kadri. Amara Kamaldeen. Roland Liebrandt. Ntando Lele. Rory Sang Madbindisa. Retabile Ndulule. Swelang Mgajima. Tasha Michaels. Deboho Moswetsa. Alenzo Murray. Amanda Mwanda. Tamsin Orange. Clivia Peterson. Kristen Sands. Rechapile Siakamela. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Science on the following candidates. Clayton Baker, summa cum laude. Muzamil Abrahams. The next candidate wishes to dedicate this to his father, Damon Sean Andrews. Olweto Bukwangu. Ruben Claassen. Dawood Damon. Nishad Daniels. Zukisa Janchi. Mohamed Galant. Abdurrahman Haidar. Ronald Hove. Islam Hussein. Ralph Jacobs. Jamie Jafta. UN John Claude. Carl Jordan. Hassan Karule. Apile Gift Kondlo. Tulani Makonko. Samantha May. Sive Mbiza. Sikelo Given Mamela. Christo Mitev. Sakamzi Mjindi. Umtabisi Mlunjwa. Chad Muller. Vice Chancellor, the next candidate will be invested by his mother, Dr. Erika Munich from the Department of Psychology, Stefan Duplessis Munich. Luto Ntantiso. Sive Papu. Upolele Patrin. Niven Peters. Joshua Peterson. Mohammad Said. Mohammad Salih Salam. Shaquille Samsudin. Diane Sattar. Morgan Lunga Shabani. Abdu Razik Slami. Muhammad Mujahid Sunge. Emil Thomas. Nolan van Niekerk. Vice Chancellor, I think there's something in the water. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science, Environmental and Water Science on the following candidates. Chantal Chalone, cum laude. Mikael Klute, cum laude. Paula Fanini, cum laude. Nikita Nomonde Mabuya. Trisha Barga. My mistake. Nikita Nomonde Mabuya, cum laude. Danielle Clutie. Azola Diko. Lisa Dilgi. Thrall Dumazi. Shailene Farrow. Tanushri Govender. Nosipo Kalene. Grab him. Nicholas Grabber. Sakina Jacobs. Luando Jafta. Sipositu Yoka. Simnikiwe Kalolo. Jesse Mzati Kanyerere. Kyle Kennedy. Sipandla Kawuti. The next candidate dedicates his graduation to his mother, Robert Labisi. Lisa would like to dedicate it to late brother, Lisa Lupindo. Trinity Mabule. Zamkita Mahambalala. Sayukta Maharaj. Avoili Majordina. Siasanga Makinana. Trevor Malchus. Rafilui Mapiri. Khomotso Mashigo. Onki Mazeke. Davida Monsieur. Celine Mayer. Wendy Mfenkle. Sibabalwe Mplakaza. Oripa Mokaki. Fatwa Muhammad. Aida Mpapule. Sikelela Mkai. Asamakle Mtunzi. Zenandi Mzansi. Siambonga Mzundaka. Venolio Guguletu Ndaba. Masikole Nkunkuma. Namtla Ntantiso. Andasiwe Santlana. Fanela Lucas Shandu. Nomfle Shipalana. Justin Simmons. Ulalwa Tandamisa. Nokutalo Chaka. Nathan Vaingard. Nikita Yangwa. Amanda Zuma. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science, Mathematical and Statistical Science on the following candidates. James Ockhace, summa cum laude. Mohammad Yushli Kollop. Okay. Keenan Dyers. Eshwin Letzi. Nqadise Ngwabe. Aviwe Nsabo. Sipenkosi Rani. Janae Mersha van Skolkwyk. Stephen Witboy. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Medical Bioscience on the following candidates. Joshua Aaron, summa cum laude. Lauren Lane Andrews, summa cum laude. Cara Renee Golding, summa cum laude. Pendulo Mavina, summa cum laude. Natia Rhoda, summa cum laude. Jamie Lee Samuels, summa cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, the next candidate the other night was the recipient of the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic Excellence in Teaching and Learning Award for the best performing undergraduate student in not only the Faculty of Natural Sciences, but also the university. Saskia Spaltman, summa cum laude. Cherie van der Walt, summa cum laude. Amira Benjamin. Marsha Bogart. Tasneem Kasim. Lauren Collins. Amy Lee Daniels. Brandon Diaga. Joshua Delport. Kasim Dramat. Neil Gerber. Jade Harris. Zulfa Jones. Zara Karim. Nasir Creel. Ashlyn Kupchik. Ofensi Mabaletsa. Lerato Magolo. Paul Malgas. Imamaleng Mangoela. Kemo Lebohile Mashaba. Joyce Esake Mavume. Naomi Mabanya Kamken. Normlandelo Mpupi. Retabile Larasho Moapise. Orise Mokena. Queen Ngamsando Ndekinda. Marimecha Nong. Halima Osman. Stacy Lee Parries. Joshua Pete. Joshua Plaikis. Ziad Rahman. Mariko Rowan. Shaima Sali. Molly Satege. Onterezi Shaku. Zolisa Tambo. Frederick van Wyk. Ntandokazi Vapi. Sizipiwe Vuza. Zanita Young. Sinazo Zingani. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Physical Science on the following candidates. Darren Biershank. Brandon Bernardo. Nelesiwe Bangisa. Cody Harrington. Brendan Hawksley. Nondiebo Kwempu. Brendan Lee Lesh. Vusumzi Mabadi. Keanu Silent.
Vice-Chancellor, with your permission, we shall now proceed with the awarding of diplomas and certificates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in implantology on the following candidates. Qasim Abdul Rauf. Thomas Smith Steenkamp. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in dentistry on the following candidates. Suvarna Inderman, summa cum laude. Brittany Candice Borsma. Arthur Tongai Chigova. Dania Akmal Chaktai. Nibojsa Durik. Ravina Manga. Siobhan Andrea Jenica. Mashau Matlocha. Faith Amukilani Masinga Sadiki. Adila Mullah. Nuran Moses. Linda Zamangikwa Masumza. Tizwalondi Nemutavani Muda. Nakwakwa Nkomo. Nashna Ramprasad. Salika Singh. Umvula John Skusana. Jamie Ashley Smith. Suhaila Begum Sayyid Rasul. Jessica Valji. Muhammad Fuad Williams.
That was fun. Did you have fun? Normally I would share one or two intimate moments up here, what students are whispering to me. But for some reason there was none of that today. I guess scientists don't have time for chit-chat. So let me share two memorable moments of this morning's ceremony. The one was, I think, actually quite inspirational. It was this student that whispered to me, "You are just keeping my seat warm." Shows aspiration. I liked it. The other one I found initially I found it scary until my colleagues was kind enough to decode it for me. But it was this one women student who took a selfie with me on the stage. And as she's walking away, I heard her say, my colleagues say that's not what she said, but I heard her say, "I'll tag you instantly on your gram." And I thought, what did I do to her? Why does she want to tag me on my gram? Fortunately, you know, I feel okay now because I understand where she's coming from. I could feel the joy, the happiness of parents, perhaps also some relief. But certainly I could feel the joy. So I'd like to ask the parents, the visitors to the campus, our guests, to please join me in thanking our graduates for giving us so much joy on this day through their achievements. Graduates, please rise. Graduates. I can tell you today, and I can reassure you that what my parents and your parents have been saying to you about education is true. Once you have that qualification, it's not the piece of paper that you have. It's something that's part of you that no one can ever take away from you. No one. You must own that thing. You must own it. And let me share a little humility secret with you. You know, you get those automated signatures in emails. Kind regards, John Smith. If you have one, please go and amend it immediately. Kind regards, John Smith, BSc. If you don't have one, please go and put one on, because then all your emails, whether it goes to family and friends, will automatically have that. And you can just say, it's not me, it's the email that puts it there. It's all your hard work, but you know that where you are today is partly the guidance, the support that you received from your mentors, your teachers, your lecturers. So please give them a very, very warm thank you. And then your final thank you must go to those who have walked this journey with you, those who have supported you, those who have loved you. So take that degree certificate, turn to your loved one, and share it with them by waving it at them. Please. Thank you. Please be seated. All good things must come to an end. But it's Friday and you can still continue celebrating. This congregation of the University of the Western Cape is now dissolved.
gentlemen, our doctoral graduates will follow the academic procession, followed by the guests of our doctoral graduates. Thank you for spending the afternoon with us. Congratulations to our graduates, and God bless.